I had to maneuver the wheelchair back toward the house, relying on sheer willpower more than strength. My mind raced, planning the moment of reckoning, imagining the shock on their faces when they realized that the helpless woman they tried to discard was the very one holding the key to unimaginable wealth. Once inside, I confronted them. My voice, though trembling from cold and adrenaline, was steady and filled with an authority they had never seen in me before. I revealed my assets, my accounts, my investments, and the control I had over every penny. The room went silent. My husband froze, his face a mixture of disbelief and guilt, while his family paled, struggling to comprehend that the person they thought was powerless had, in reality, been in full control the entire time. It wasn't just about money, it was about respect, dignity, and proving that cruelty has consequences. They had assumed weakness equaled vulnerability, but they failed to understand that resilience often hides behind a quiet exterior. I made it clear that any further attempts to manipulate or belittle me would result in permanent estrangement and financial separation. I didn't need revenge, I needed recognition that I was not to be underestimated, that I had survived the storm both literally and metaphorically, and that I could reclaim my life on my terms. That blizzard, which they thought would break me, instead became the catalyst for transformation. I emerged stronger, more self-assured, and fully in control. I had learned that power isn't always loud, and strength isn't always visible. While the snow left marks of its own, it couldn't touch the inner fire that had always defined me. By the time they realized their mistake, it was too late. They had underestimated me, and I had already rewritten the rules of our relationships. That day became a turning point, a moment of clarity, and a statement that I would never allow anyone to dictate my worth or dictate my life again. Being paralyzed had already forced me to redefine my life in ways I never anticipated, but nothing prepared me for the betrayal that came from the people I once called family. My husband's family, the ones I had trusted and believed would stand by me through thick and thin, revealed their true colors in the coldest, cruelest way imaginable. They didn't see me as a human being who needed support, they saw me as a liability, a burden, someone whose misfortune could somehow serve their selfish purposes. The day it happened, I was still adjusting to the reality of my condition, learning to navigate life from a wheelchair, relying on others for tasks I once took for granted. My husband avoided eye contact, and his family's smiles were hollow, laced with resentment disguised as concern. They talked behind closed doors, and I could hear snatches of conversations about expenses and inconveniences, as if my life had become a cost to be calculated rather than a person to be cherished. I tried to ignore it.